Hey, welcome back to Am I Tesla Guy? Thank you so much for coming back for another video. I want to say a thank you to all our new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you are not a subscriber, why don't you click that link right down there, down below, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. I also want to give a huge shout out to two people who have used my referral code to order their own Teslas. They haven't received delivery of their vehicles yet, but I'm sure they're chomping at the bit to get them. So thank you so much to Jim and Robert for using the code. I really hope if you are watching this video, you will drop me a comment down below, send me a private message, maybe look me up on Instagram and send me a DM on Instagram. It's just at Am I Tesla Guy. I would love to know more about what you ordered and what your favorite thing you're looking forward to, and if there's any videos you'd like to see me do in the future about some questions you have about Tesla, please make sure to let me know. I will do my best to turn those into a video. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to cover one of the most common questions I've received since buying my Standard Range Plus Tesla Model 3. And it's a question I get quite a bit. There are other common ones, but this one takes the cake, and it centers on the fact that I live in Michigan. So let's get into the video, find out what the question is, and what my thoughts are. The number one question I am asked when I talk with people and they find out I bought a Standard Range Plus model of the Tesla Model 3 is, how does it handle in the snow? If you're not aware, the Standard Range Plus model is a rear-wheel drive model, and I live in Michigan. We get a decent amount of snow. You can see it back there behind me. We just got about 10, 11, maybe 12 inches in the past day. And I thought, you know what? I can cover the topic of how it handles in the snow. And then I can direct everybody in the future who asks me that question to this video. Anyway, this is not going to be a video about how does the Tesla behave in the winter and the cold weather and what can I do, what are your tips for driving my Tesla in the winter, or that's not what this video is about. This video is just about how does it handle in the snow. I can tell you, my first thought is it actually handles surprisingly well. I mean, it is a rear-wheel drive car. There's no changing that. But it does handle really well. I also want to say I do have winter tires on my car. I have the Michelin X Ice. It's actually the set that you get from Tesla if you went to the Tesla shop and bought it there. I actually happen to have somebody in my town here who put them up on a local Facebook group. Local in the sense that it's a Michigan Tesla owners group. Super, super nice guy. And now I've got a new Tesla friend, so that's good too. Now we have had snow before I recorded this video, but it was just a little bit here and there. It was nothing, it was really nothing big. I imagine any car would be able to handle that, so long as it didn't have summer tires on it. But this time with 10 to 12 inches of snow, I thought this is going to be a good test. So I can tell you, driving it around, driving back and forth to work, running errands, things like that, I haven't had any problem. I will say the traction control on this sucker is crazy. And it shouldn't surprise me, but the whole fact that the electric motor is pretty much instant on, instant off makes the traction control incredibly effective. The one problem I have had is occasionally, a guy wants to do a donut in his car, and I have to actually turn on the slip start feature to be able to do a donut in an empty parking lot or wherever in the snow. However, the traction control, it's just incredible. If the back end starts breaking loose, which it tends to do in a rear-wheel drive car, it just instantly cuts power, and you kind of go around a corner like this if you're gassing it too much. Sorry, gassing it. What am I thinking? If you're hitting the accelerator too much. So to test out and hopefully show you how well it does, I enlisted the help of my wonderful wife to get some footage, and that is when I got home from work yesterday, I asked her to video me trying to make it up our driveway. Now our driveway, it's got a decent amount of incline, maybe 10%, maybe 15% grade. I'm trying to go back to geometry class here. You'll see it here in a moment, and I'd appreciate it if you drop me a comment down below. Let me know what your thought is. Was I close when I said 10 to 15%, or was I way off one way or the other? So she recorded me coming into our driveway, and let's see how I did, because if you do the math, you realize that we got more snow than I have clearance on the car, so we're going to be scraping the bottom on this sucker. Let's take a look, and I'll narrate through what I was doing at different times in this video. All right, so there's me turning onto our street. You can see the snow's just coming down, and it had done that for, my goodness, a solid day and a half. So here we come. This is just standard. I've got my car in chill mode, and I'm going to try and make it up the driveway. You can see I'm plowing already. Here I go. Here I go. You can see the traction control on those rear tires, trying to do it. And I couldn't quite make it. I made it a little over halfway up the driveway. I'd say 2/3. So I thought, let's back up a little bit, and let's see if we can give it a go now, since I've got a little bit cleared out with tire tracks there. And you can see how I've evened out the snow. How nice of me to groom the snow in my driveway. All right. My good old neighbor there behind me, shoveling. Super nice guy, by the way, but that has nothing to do with this video. So we're going to back out here, now that traffic's gone, and get a little bit of a running start. Not much. I mean, maybe 10 feet. And I missed the path that I already had made, and apparently wanted to make a new one. And yep, it's trying. Now, I had turned on slip start before I did that one, and I decided I didn't want to get much of a running start. So here I thought I'd just back up a little bit and try again, because I was almost at the top, so there wasn't too much of a grade left. Probably not the smartest move. I should have known that wasn't going to work. So this time, my neighbor, probably thinking I'm crazy, I backed up quite a bit, and I got a running start. I had eased into it last time, and of course I do have slip start again on this one. And let's go, 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 go. And we're in the garage. We're in the garage. Made it in just fine. And give a little wave there to the camera. So there you go. I mean, you can see, clearly it wasn't just like nothing. I mean, it wasn't a piece of cake for it to make it up our driveway, but I think it did a pretty good job. And I'm quite positive that had I had slip start on and just used that momentum of driving up our road, I could have made it in on the first time. No problem whatsoever. And I think that's a perfect example of why you get winter tires. They did a great job. You saw in the video that I was grooming the snow on our driveway. And I think the fact that Teslas are very heavy because of the batteries also helps. That gets you really planted on the ground really well. And of course, you got the winter tires helping to grip as much. I will say, you know, after it snowed a lot and a bunch of cars have driven over on the roads, and it becomes more of, not a slush because it hasn't melted, but the really what I'd call slippery snow, for lack of a better thing to call it. It does slip around a whole lot more in that, but every car does. Even our other vehicle does. Now, I will say, yes, I think it does perfectly fine. I have no qualms about the fact that I have the standard range plus model that's rear-wheel drive. I think it does just fine. I will, however, say it's not the same as having all-wheel drive. Later on in the evening, I actually plowed our driveway, and our other vehicle is a Hyundai Santa Fe. I've mentioned it here before, 2019. And I backed that out, and I backed it halfway down our driveway, and it's just got all seasons on it. And then when I needed to get the snowblower out, and then when I put the snowblower away and drove back in, I mean, it was like nothing. I just put it in drive, and I just drove right in. So all-wheel drive definitely does its thing. So there you go. That was my experience with the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus in a decent amount of snow. Again, I thought it did pretty well. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please throw me a like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you can see all our future videos. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.